Before we get into the video, I need you guys to do me a favour. Number 1, like the video. Also comment. Let me know your thoughts on the story. 37-year-old Michael Riccio had relied on the privacy of encrochat. Michael was misguided. He thought that encrochat would keep all his secrets. Now, using the handle leadfern to speak to other criminals to procure sawn-off, the objective was simple. He wanted to give someone a leggy, which effectively meant he wanted to someone. Now, Michael, who was from the Ambleside road in Allerton, made a massive fortune. The price for a GUN did not matter at all. The gangster and notorious criminal had already amassed a fortune of £2.5 million in old notes through money laundering, which he was trying to sort out and get new notes. Also, he did import a plethora of items, GUNs and Class A gear, H&Co. When Michael was arrested, he told police yes, he was a dealer and had facilitated kilos upon kilos supplying both H&Co, but he denied he had used encrochat to try and buy a sawn-off. Being a criminal, he told police that other people who had access to his device were responsible for the conversation involving the sale for the sawn-off. Like most of the big-time gangsters, French police cracked encrochat in 2020. When they uncovered concerning messages pertaining to GUNs and drugs, the information was passed over to the NCA. Now, the NCA read messages allegedly from Michael expressing that he needed Glocks, shotties, sawn-off, and to cause harm with those items. Now, during springtime of 2020, Michael had spoken to a criminal called Fearless Cheetah, and in those messages, he says, "Is there any chance I can buy back those GUNs?" Now, Michael was selling kilos of H&Co and also GUNs, making tens of thousands of pounds in a single transaction, including selling an automatic pistol for £7,000. Now, Michael was on such friendly terms with other notorious criminals that not only did he conduct business on encrochat, he also spoke to them as friends, even sending a picture of himself under the duvet with his feet sticking out, telling friends that he was just lounging. He also sent out his mum's address. Now, Michael pled guilty to the drugs but denied the GUNs, as I said before, so the National Crime Agency and Merseyside Police executed a search warrant at Michael's address on June 30th of 2020. When they went into the property, they found Michael upstairs in the bathroom washing his hands in the sink. The toilet beside him was draining at the time, with the seat being covered in white powder, of course trying to get rid of the evidence. And Michael says that the substance wasn't illegal, but told officers that they would find £800 in cash and some Charlie in a cupboard above the microwave in the kitchen. And Michael was released on the investigation, but then he was arrested again when the GUN officers stopped his Ford Fiesta on Prescott Road in Old Swan shortly after 10:30 p.m. on October 24th of last year. Now, when Michael was interviewed, he refused to give any names of any other criminals he had sold items to and explains that he is no grass. Again, he has been found guilty of dealing with Class A gear, but they could not reach a verdict on the GUNs, so in that sense he's kind of lucky. He is due to be sentenced in July, and when he found that out, he put his head in his hands and then started to shake his head. Stay safe, safe.